to begin today with a comment that most narcissists, virtually all, would disagree with, and that is the lives of these individuals who give you so much difficulty are defined by losing. Now, the narcissist in your world will look at you, and if you say, well, your life is defined by losing, and it'd be like, oh, what are you even talking about? They think of themselves as being the gold standard. They think of themselves as the one who's doing everyone else a favor by telling them how they're supposed to live life. And so, inevitably, they are blind to whatever negatives they bring to the equation, and they just think, well, the world would be a lot better place if everybody thought, well, like me. And as a result, they don't realize the toxicity that they bring into a relationship. And that being the case, it brings out the worst in you. It brings out the worst in them because they're convinced that their control, their entitlement, their superiority, their invalidation, their defensiveness is not at all problematic.
So
in fact, if you interpret them in that way, they'll say, you just don't know me very well, or you don't understand me at all. But in fact, that's who they are. A key concept for you to hold on to as you engage with narcissists is to remember that narcissists are in a perpetual mode of defensiveness. It's a long-standing pattern that they have. They have a deep fear of their own humanity being exposed. And as a result, they build a persona upon false impressions. And it's the old proverbial building your house upon sand. For a while, maybe they can try to make it stand, but there's no good foundation there, and it ultimately crumbles. Let's keep in mind that narcissists, as they work so hard to build this wonderful gold standard kind of persona, are dishonest. And they're dishonest first and foremost with themselves about who they are. Now, if you try to talk with them about that and you say, hey, I don't think you're reading things very well, or that was not a very clear interpretation of me, or something like that that exposes their false self, what are you going to receive in reverse? And you know what it is: anger, agitation, irritability, blame shifting. They're just going to come at you with the idea that says you have no idea what you're saying, and yet you're over there thinking, well, I'm trying to get you to take a look at truth. And so all they do instead is they argue, or they hold grudges, or they go into passive aggressive mode. They can't sit down and say, well, whether this agrees or doesn't agree with me, you obviously have something on your mind that's important to you. Let me hear from you. They cannot.
Let me hear from you. My God.
When do we even